And we want to thank you on behalf of Team SHEAB for giving your undivided attention for our presentation. Our focus of study is going to be commodity cultures. Under commodity cultures, we will cover Marxism, media, and religion. Marxism will look at Marxist labor theory of value, commodity fetishism. The media will explore at audience product labor and semiotic science. And lastly, religion will look at spiritual marketplace and prosperity through divinity. We are Team SHEAB. This is Sabrina, Heather, Eric, and I'm Billy.
Alright, so an overview of commodity culture. Jean Baudrillard coined the term commodity culture, and he was taking ideas from Marxist commodification. Marx defined commodification as the transformation of goods and ideas from things that are not normally regarded as goods to commodities. And Jean Baudrillard said that commodity culture is how advertisers make consumers believe that they need the product or service that's being offered, even if they have no actual real need of it. And people that believe, or people that can't afford the newest or latest commodity, feel special and unique because they believe that it makes them feel, or they believe that it makes their social identity and their class higher and affects them positively.
Baudrillard took this term from Marx's labor, his theory, to explain the phenomena in society where it's not what we buy, it's how we use it. Like Fox's example of the car, I buy, therefore I am.
Alright, so our first theme is Marxism. Karl Marx was a German philosopher who lived during the 19th century. He had many theories about society, economics, and politics, and these theories were largely focused on class struggles between the upper owning and producing class and the lower level working class. So the two terms that we're going to talk about today are Marxist labor theory of value and commodity fetishism.
Our first concept is Marxist labor theory of value. The value of commodity in the marketplace is determined by the labor used to manufacture or construct that commodity.
Basically, that means the price a product or service is sold for is determined by how much work is required to make it or to produce it. It can also be determined by how qualified a manufacturer is to create it.
For example, here we have two pictures of two different one handmade lace dress and one machine-made lace dress. Although the functional value for the higher-priced handmade lace dress is lower, it's because it's basically see-through, but it still costs more solely on the fact that it was handmade.
Exchange value will be seen in our first skit, and see how exchange value ties in with Marx's labor theory of value.
Your mama say.
Your mama say.
Your mama say.
Welcome to Tokyo Sushi, whatever you like to do for you.
Oh my god, 3 pieces of sushi for $20.
$20? Why is it so expensive?
It's so much, honey. My Eric, he go fish for you right now. Eric, go get your sushi.
Hey!
Hey!
See, it's so fresh. Thank you, my Eric. It takes so long to fish and make.
Right, we can't afford this.
No, we can't.
King
King
burger.
burger.
King burger.
Welcome to King Burger. What we can do it your way, but don't get crazy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
How much is a fish fillet?
Can't you read? It's $1.
$1?
Why is it so cheap?
Because Eric's gonna need my back. He's gonna press one crazy button, and it's gonna be ready right now.
Let's get 20 of those.
That's too much work. Now, cover these!
Our second concept is commodity fetishism. It is explained by Marx as a transformation of human relations whereby social relationships are expressed with objectified relationships between commodities and money used to buy those commodities.
So in other words, commodity fetishism makes an abstract concept into a real thing that is believed to have value. This is very similar to a concept known as reification, whereby the consumer establishes a personal identity that is defined and expressed by the commodities that he or she buys.
For example, we have two gentlemen here in an S-Class afford an expensive car. They think that if they have this car, their identity changes and they are now bettered by this car.
This ties in with Plato's idea of false rhetoric. We are hiding our true identity behind our commodities.
Action.
Oh, this ground here is just far too low quality for my brand new Louis Vuitton shoes. They couldn't possibly touch it.
Those are not real.
Girl! These shoes are as real as I am. They make me better than you because they are so expensive and real. You couldn't possibly afford them with you with your low-class citizen job. Go back to your cashier working.
See.
Alright, we're moving on to our second theme now, and it's going to be media. Media is a very important part of our commodity culture and society, especially in advertisements. Some contemporary examples of media are Facebook, Google, television, and movies. As consumers, we are continually exposed to media advertisements.
Facebook and Google are examples of digital rhetoric.
Our first concept, audience product labor. Audiences are produced and sold as commodities to different advertisers and sponsors.
Like in our next skit, examine how Kairos is being used in our commercial. Everyone should look over here. Everyone turn around, yeah.
Action.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Now, a word from our sponsors.
Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I truly love to be.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off, piece back.
Here, Eric is taking the Kit Kat as a symbol of him consuming the ideas of the commercial. The sponsor purchased this specific commercial time because the audience is tailored to that product.
Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
A 1, a 2, a 3.
The world may never know.